This is intense. 20 million worth. Kim breaks down as Paulo pours out full support. Gifts flood the studio. Hi there, welcome to Celeb Buzz, the hotspot for everything celebrity. From red carpet reveals to behind the scenes drama, we've got the buzz you crave. If you love staying in the loop, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share the love with your friends. Let's dive into today's celeb scoop. The atmosphere inside the studio shifted in a way no one expected, turning what seemed like a routine moment into an emotional scene that quickly captured everyone's attention. Fans of Kim Chiu and Paulo Avelino were left stunned as reports began circulating about an overwhelming wave of support that allegedly reached an astonishing value, rumored to be around 20 million. While the exact figure remains unconfirmed, the scale of what happened was enough to leave both those present and those watching from afar completely speechless. It began subtly, almost like any other special segment. The studio lights were bright, the energy was upbeat, and Kim carried her usual vibrant presence. Known for her resilience and positivity, she appeared ready to take on the moment like she always does. But what unfolded next slowly transformed the mood into something far deeper, something that went beyond entertainment and into the realm of genuine emotion. One by one, gestures of support began to appear. At first, it seemed like a coordinated surprise, gifts, messages, and tokens of appreciation arriving in quick succession. But as the volume increased, it became clear that this was no ordinary show of affection. The studio was soon filled with an almost overwhelming display, described by many as a flood of gifts that symbolized not just generosity but intention. At the center of it all was Paulo, whose role in the moment immediately drew attention. Paulo Avelino, known for his reserved nature, appeared to have orchestrated or at least strongly supported this extraordinary outpouring. Unlike loud or dramatic gestures, his presence was steady, composed, and deeply intentional. It wasn't about drawing attention to himself. It was about making sure that Kim felt something powerful, something undeniable. As the surprises continued to unfold, Kim's reaction became the emotional core of the entire moment. Kim Chiu, who is often seen smiling and full of energy, was visibly overwhelmed. Her composure slowly gave way to raw emotion as she tried to process everything happening around her. Tears followed, not the kind that come from sadness, but from a mix of gratitude, shock, and being deeply moved. Those present in the studio could feel the shift instantly. Conversations quieted, movements slowed, and all attention turned toward Kim. It was one of those rare moments where everything else fades into the background, leaving only the emotion in the room. Even viewers watching through screens could sense the intensity, as clips of the moment began circulating and quickly went viral. The rumored value of 20 million added another layer of intrigue. Whether symbolic or literal, the figure became a focal point of discussion. Fans debated its accuracy, with some focusing on the financial aspect while others emphasized what it represented. For many, it wasn't about the amount, it was about the scale of effort, the level of planning, and the message behind such a grand display of support. What made the situation even more compelling was the timing. Coming after a series of emotional milestones between Kim and Paulo, this moment felt like a continuation of something larger. It wasn't isolated, it connected to previous gestures, celebrations, and subtle hints that fans had been carefully observing. Each new development seemed to build on the last, creating a narrative that felt both organic and deeply engaging. Paulo's approach remained consistent throughout. Rather than stepping into the spotlight, he allowed the moment to unfold naturally around Kim. His actions suggested a clear intention: to uplift, to support, and to create an experience that Kim would never forget. It's this understated yet powerful style that has made his gestures resonate so strongly with fans. Online reactions were immediate and intense. Social media platforms were flooded with comments, reactions, and emotional responses. Some fans admitted they were brought to tears just watching the clips, while others expressed admiration for the level of thought and care behind the surprise. The phrase, "Binahos Suporta," became a recurring theme, perfectly capturing the essence of what people believed had happened, a complete and wholehearted outpouring of support. There was also a growing appreciation for the emotional authenticity of the moment. In an industry often associated with scripted content and controlled narratives, this felt different. It felt real, unscripted, and deeply human. Kim's tears weren't part of a performance, they were a genuine response to something that touched her on a personal level. The visual of gifts flooding the studio quickly became symbolic. It represented more than material value, it symbolized effort, coordination, and a desire to create something meaningful. Each item, each gesture, each message contributed to a larger picture, one that spoke of appreciation, connection, and emotional investment. As discussions continue to unfold, one thing remains clear: this was not just another moment in a show. It was an experience that resonated far beyond the studio walls. It sparked conversations, evoked emotions, and left a lasting impression on everyone who witnessed it. In the end, whether the 20 million figure is exact or simply an expression of magnitude, it has already served its purpose. It has highlighted the scale of what happened and amplified the impact of the moment. More importantly, it has drawn attention to the connection between Kim and Paulo, a connection that continues to evolve in ways that keep fans watching closely. What started as a normal day in the studio became something unforgettable. Kim's tears, Paulo's quiet yet powerful support, and the overwhelming display of appreciation combined to create a moment that will be talked about for a long time. And as fans continue to replay, analyze, and react, one thing is certain: this was a moment that went far beyond expectations, leaving an emotional mark that won't easily fade. Hi there, welcome to Celeb Buzz, the hotspot for everything celebrity. From red carpet reveals to behind the scenes drama, we've got the buzz you crave. If you love staying in the loop, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share the love with your friends. Let's dive into today's celeb scoop. That's the latest from Celeb Buzz. If you enjoyed the scoop, smash that like button, subscribe for more star-studded updates, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a beat. Share this video with your fellow celeb fans, and we'll see you in the next buzz.